With over 200 million subscribers, MrBeast is one of the most influential YouTubers. On the surface it may seem that MrBeast has everything figured out. All of his new videos are averaging more than 100 million views, he has a large production team, and every single step he takes is carefully planned out. Despite this being the image most people have of MrBeast, he is taking on a $100 million legal battle against the very company that helped him launch his virtual restaurant empire. From a great idea to a terrible execution, raw meat, incorrect orders, and slow deliveries. This may be one of the worst undertakings MrBeast will have to figure out. What went wrong, what solution did MrBeast come up with, and what will happen to MrBeast Burger? In 2020, MrBeast introduced the concept of MrBeast Burger to his fanbase. Instead of just promoting brands, he decided to create his own in-house brand and scale it to a value that could exceed $200 million. Rather than settling for one-time payments of $1 million for promoting brands, MrBeast envisioned something much bigger. He wanted to become a brand.
Just literally what I did on YouTube, I want to do at the restaurant. Like, it makes money, it's profitable, keep it. Like, grow. Like, don't give me the money. Go build another restaurant, go do whatever, you know?
While this idea holds great potential for growth and profit, it came with quite a lot of challenges and risks. In its early days, MrBeast Burger was a huge success. It expanded to over 300 partner restaurants, including physical locations. This was a fast expansion compared to McDonald's, which took 6 years to reach the same amount of franchises. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and its restrictions, traditional restaurants were already struggling. So, MrBeast Burgers found a unique solution by using these idle kitchens to make and deliver its burgers through platforms like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Postmates, which made it quite special. The concept was originally created by Robert Earl, owner of various successful franchises, through his company Virtual Dining Concepts. VDC played a big role in MrBeast's Burger's success, but who knew it could get so messy and potentially disastrous? This seemingly easy concept quickly became a massive sensation, making it possible for millions to order Beast-style fries with a few taps on their smartphones.
I'm gonna give it an A. I will also be giving that a... Well, actually, I might give that an S.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's got a little bit of kick, spicy. Overall, actually, kind of like the sandwich.
That's how I imagine MrBeast would taste.
That tastes like Minecraft.
In less than 2 years, MrBeast Burger even ventured into the physical world, with its first physical location attracting a crowd of over 10,000 people. At that point, the chain appeared to be on the verge of becoming the next major player in the fast food industry, alongside well-established giants like KFC, Burger King, and McDonald's. As MrBeast Burger expanded, it required significant management, quality control, and operational efficiency to maintain its success. Scaling the business to such heights was demanding, and any missteps in the process would have led to problems. The higher the stakes, the greater the pressure on MrBeast to ensure the brand's continued success. However, as 2023 arrived, YouTube viewers heard less and less about MrBeast Burger, and it eventually began to seem that MrBeast abandoned his ambitious project. Initially, many people believed that MrBeast had shifted his focus towards his Feastable snack business, since he didn't directly associate Feastables with his YouTube channel, unlike MrBeast Burger, so it had the potential to appeal to a broader audience beyond just his followers. Moreover, ensuring everything is done correctly is less complex when you're producing chocolate bars in 1 or 2 factories, as opposed to managing thousands of kitchens across the country. It seemed that MrBeast Burger had reached a level of success that satisfied Jimmy, and he wasn't interested in the complexities of expanding it with more physical locations. However, things quickly changed when popular content creator Eddie Burback released a viral video in which he criticized and humorously mocked the world of ghost kitchens.
A few minutes after filming this, I got an email thanking me for my order from MrBeast Burger. The thing is, I didn't order from MrBeast Burger. I'm doing that later when I talk about MrBeast Burger. So I looked at the address in the email, and it happens to be the exact same address from where I got my NASCAR refuel wings. So they just thanked me for ordering from a completely different restaurant.
This video provided millions of viewers with a new perspective on the once hot industry, with MrBeast being a central figure in the discussion. Eddie Burback's video successfully shifted the narrative surrounding ghost kitchens, including MrBeast Burger from being seen as an innovative dining experience to being perceived as a soulless business model. These virtual kitchens were now seen as unoriginal, offering the same food and using the same delivery food apps. Concerns also arose about the government's ability to oversee health inspections for these invisible kitchens, leaving the public unaware of safety and allergy issues. Not to mention instances when the trailers used for food preparation posed safety risks to workers.
A few seconds after a cook turned on a stove in a tiny mobile kitchen in a Houston parking lot in April, a fireball erupted from the propane burners, flaring out into the center of the trailer owned by Reef Global Inc. While the cook escaped harm, she happened to open a refrigerator at the same time that shielded her from the flames.
To add fuel to the fire, Eddie exposed the glaring issue of inconsistency in the quality of Jimmy's signature products when he ordered them. The food received looked nothing like what was advertised on the official website.
This is what the Impossible Beast style burger is supposed to look like. And this looks like if somebody drew a burger for me. However, I will say that the quality of that food was really bad. That was probably, no exaggeration, the blandest fast food I've ever had in my entire life.
This misrepresentation was especially problematic considering Jimmy's primarily young fanbase, who were the main consumers of his products. Think about what could happen if a child got sick from eating MrBeast Burger. Jimmy would forever be linked to that incident, even if he had nothing to do with it. In the following months after the critique, Jimmy decided to distance himself from his once beloved business by removing the video that had initially promoted the brand. I started MrBeast Burger to help restaurants make more money during the pandemic, and it worked. But sadly, when working with 2,000 restaurants I don't own, it's impossible to guarantee the order quality. I'm moving on from MrBeast Burger so I can focus on Feastables and making snacks. And to be honest, I just enjoy Feastables 100 times more. Making snacks is awesome and something I'm way more passionate about. But the company I partnered with won't let me stop, even though it's terrible for my brand. Young Beast signed a bad deal. Shortly after this became public, many tweets were deleted and the promotional video for the chain was put back up. It was clear that there was a dispute happening behind the scenes, likely due to contractual obligations which forced Jimmy to reverse his decision for the time being. Yet it didn't take long and MrBeast made an unexpected move. He filed a lawsuit against Virtual Dining Concepts for serving what he described as repulsive, inedible, and disgraceful food under his name. This understandably resulted in damage to his brand, and it also looked like MrBeast just sued himself. In the lawsuit, MrBeast is seeking financial compensation and the authority to shut down the popular food chain for good. Predictably, Virtual Dining Concepts didn't take the lawsuit lightly, as this was their most significant brand to date. They responded by asserting that a complaint contained numerous false claims and suggested that it was an attempt to divert attention away from alleged breaches of agreements between MrBeast and Virtual Dining Concepts. To make matters worse, Virtual Dining Concepts sued MrBeast back for $100 million for failing to honor his contractual obligations. In this situation, it's unclear what will happen next, but it seems like everyone involved will face difficulties regardless of the outcome in court. Jimmy will have to deal with legal issues instead of focusing on Feastables and his YouTube content, and Virtual Dining Concepts is fighting to save a brand that may decline even if they win the case, as Jimmy doesn't want to be associated with what he sees as a mediocre product. In simple terms, MrBeast Burger could end up being Jimmy's equivalent of a failed business venture, a regrettable chapter he'd prefer to move past and forget. Consider subscribing to this channel, and I'll see you next time.